All right, it's a KZ106 Happy Hour brought to you by Coors Light. Scott Chase is in the studio. I am, parts unknown. You remember professional wrestling back in the day? There would always be somebody from parts unknown. It's like, here's the monster maniac from parts unknown.
How can I forget? Of course I can remember that, man. It's all good. How you been, man? You got a big weekend planned? All good?
I'm good. Not crazy weekend plan. Got some family stuff going on. I guess a little weather to try to avoid in the area. So I guess got to be careful. I think North Georgia especially looked like it was getting hit a little bit earlier today. So be careful out there.
Yep. There was some lightning and the like. We've got, we got the big event coming up tomorrow night. My buddy Eric Page, who, if you're a KZ listener from way back when, he was a night guy here way back when, and then was the morning guy. Actually, when I came to town in 1985, he was here from 81 to 86, I think. And so he's come back to visit with us. He's actually going to have a birthday, I think, over the next few days, too. And he's going to be at the Ringo Depot there.
At the depot.
For a thing tomorrow night, which, by the way, it's well attended, man. They've been doing it for a long time. They got some great bands. Got a bluegrass band that'll play before him, and or vice versa. Yep. However that all happens. So I'll be out there tomorrow night for that. I look forward to it. So yeah, we got that going on. Man, we got a ton of shows here in Chattanooga and outside. Everybody's announcing dates now, aren't they?
They are. It's a ton of things going crazy and locally too, which is super cool. I know just last night, I believe it was, over at Arts Avenue, our friend Mike Dewar bringing in Kevin Kinney for an intimate acoustic show. The lead singer from Driving to Crying. Of course, we got Driving to Crying coming up in a couple of weekends down in North Georgia at the Catoosa County Amphitheater, North Georgia Amphitheater, which you're going to be there hosting that event too. So, you got live music here in town. We got Riverfront Nights is not too far away from getting kicked back up too. I was scrolling through online earlier. I was like, oh my, I forgot that like middle of the month, they're bringing back Riverfront Nights for some dates.
We're right on top of it, man. So that's good. Free. And man, it's cooled off right now with the rain that blow through a little while ago. It's kind of nice. Hope it tonight, just like tonight for Riverfront Nights when we get back rolling here. And it's Saturday or two.
Yeah, a ton of things happening around town this weekend, so hopefully that weather holds off. It's a big pub crawl on the south side if you want to go enjoy a few brews and help out the Tennessee State Parks. Some refreshments to be had across town, and of course a lot of different things happening too. Lookouts in town. I saw the tarp being pulled off of AT&T Field, so tons of options of things to get into. One thing, though, that we got to talk about today, and I realized this, I think I scrolled through. I want to double check and make sure I'm accurate on this because I hate to throw out, fake news because that's just not who we are here at KZ106. We research meticulously all of our data. But today, Bon Scott's birthday would have been his birthday. Would have been, I believe, 75 today. So AC/DC, a lot of people are back and forth with this, and a lot of people, they lean heavily one side or the other. Are you a Bon fan or are you a Brian Johnson fan with AC/DC? Because to me, it's two different bands.
Both bands I love, though, and I'm a fan of. Well, I'm almost like Van Halen. There are very few bands that have changed out frontmen and still been extraordinarily successful. But I could go one way or the other on David Lee or Sammy, but I'm kind of the same way with AC/DC. I like the music with both frontmen a lot.
I always feel like it's just two different things. I feel like the AC/DC Bon era had a certain kind of magic to it. You'd always have the bagpipes would always make their way in, and it just added something a little different. And it was just eclectic almost. It was rock. I mean, it was just what AC/DC does: straight ahead rock and roll, lyrics that just kind of make sense but don't make sense, and you're just kind of scratching your head. But then you get to the Brian Johnson era, it became the three chords and the drums, and it just became what AC/DC is thought of all the time nowadays, in my opinion. So I always felt like the Bon era had a little bit more to it and a little bit more depth, I guess, when you thought about some of the music.
Still a band I have not seen. Man, I've caught pretty much everybody, but they have escaped me. But if they get out again, man, I will not be able to say that because I will go see them no matter if they get anywhere close. I'm going for sure.
So how big is too big for you for a concert? Like, is there like you've done Bonnaroo, you've done big stadium shows. Sure. How big is too big? Because, at some point you lose I said intimate show earlier. Now you lose the intimacy of a concert at some point when you're 300,000 people, 200,000 people deep. Big giant stadium shows. I know Metallica's set to play ATL Live at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which by the way is a big stadium, but is an incredible live music venue. I think it's just set up perfectly for that. But what's too big? Because AC/DC is going to come out and they can play as big as they want to. They can play those big festivals if they like, and 75, 100,000 people there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bonnaroo, when you're out in the field at the big stage there is a, depending upon who's playing, I mean, there is a massive number of people. But it's different at Bonnaroo too, because everybody's kind of standing up and mingling around. There's no, seating and everybody's, unless you're sitting down on the ground, is there. So, but you're way back from the stage. If you're way back in the back, where the bathrooms are, where you can get some like back there, you are way away. Where it seems like to me, the Rolling Stones, the big stadium shows that I've been to, I don't know why they don't seem quite. You don't seem quite as far back, really. I mean, I've saw the Stones at stadium tours a bunch of times, and I've loved it every time. I'd love AC/DC. I'd Metallica in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz. Wow, that'll be hot.
That's going to be a big show. I mean, that's going to be a hot ticket. I think we might end up trying to snag a few pair of those, see if we can't get them to give away to some people for that show down in Atlanta. That's going to be a big one for sure at the Benz. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, I read across a documentary, and this is one of my things. I love documentaries. We all do. I mean, we are all music nerds at heart, and we all just sit. If I'm not flipping channels and finding a music documentary one random night at 11:30 and just staying up until 1 watching it, then am I living my best life? So there's a new one coming out talking about Woodstock 99. Do you remember when they tried to bring that back in the late 90s and it just turned bad overall?
Yes.
So I guess it's just interesting to me to see something like that. And you've seen the resurgence of festivals nowadays, and they've gotten just better and better. And things like Bonnaroo, where I think they learned so much from those people that just destroyed the idea of a festival at that point in time. The promoters to the fans, I mean, to the bands, even some of the bands on stage that day. I guess, is the festival what's the better way to see a concert at this point in time? What's your preferred way to see a festival or a concert? Is it festival? Is it stadium? Is it intimate show? I don't know. What's your preference?
Man, I like the small shows. Man, I tell you what, Arch Avenue, that's a small venue. That's going to there'll be some incredible concerts there. The show on opening night was great. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I have really a preference depending upon who it is and what it is. I just like to go to shows, man. I like to hang out, have a couple of cold beers and rock and roll.
That is what it's all about. It's all about having some fun, getting together with whoever you're enjoying the live music with, because that's what it is. It's live music. It makes you feel something.
Yeah, it does.
So, all right, a big weekend ahead. Let's see. Are you out? You're out about this weekend, aren't you?
I am.
Besides the depot,
I'll be at Ringo Depot tomorrow night for that. I'll be weeding the garden, hanging out at the house, and catching up on some stuff tomorrow. And then looking forward to the Driving and Crying show. There's a great 90s band, by the way, that's going to play at Arch Avenue tomorrow night. You got to check to see what's going on with Mike Dewar's place down there. It's happening. Next week on the 420, I'll give away passes for Lake Winnie. Has it been too long since we've been on the Cannonball? Yes, for me it has. So
honestly, I can't think of the last time I've been to Lake Winnie or been on the Cannonball. The one thing, and I will tell you, the Soft Cell Tainted Love. Anytime I hear that song, if I don't think about the what was the name of the one that went around in circles, the Himalaya.
Yes.
If I don't think about the Himalaya at Lake Winnie when I hear Soft Cell's Tainted Love, then it just doesn't happen. It's that.
Well, enjoy your weekend, dude. Okay.
I'm going to. I hope you do much the same. And, of course, tune in all weekend. We got a Silky Mountain winning weekend, too. So keep an ear out for those keywords to texted to win. And, of course, you got some Coors Light 6-packs happening throughout the weekend, too. Those to enjoy if you're rocking KZ all weekend long.
There you go. Have a great weekend, man. Coors Light, classic rock summer fun rolling on all weekend long, including this weekend. So
see you next time.
Good night.